Salam and welcome. Thank you for joining me in tip number 23 in passing your exams and study secrets in how to pass your exams. Whether you're a child in primary school or in high school or in college or at university, or if you're a part-time learner or you have returned as an adult to adult learning classes, or you're an online learner, there is something that you can use from this series of study secrets and exam secrets. So please share this entire secrets. Tell your children, your grandchildren, post this on your family groups and tell your neighbors and your community, please, Mensa, we must get South Africa to another level, and I want all South Africans to pass. Our failure rate is very, very high. Our private schools are doing fabulously well. My worry is our government schools and our provincial schools. So please share this with those people who are struggling in any form of knowledge or education, and let's try and help our students and learners to become graduate students and take their place in South Africa. And once we graduate, let us not have a brain drain, but we want our highly educated children to develop South Africa and make South Africa a fabulous place. And the starting point of that is education and knowledge, right? So study secret tip number 23. You must create a study schedule. A plan gives you structure and focus on what you want to do. Right? Use a weekly planner. Decide at the beginning of the week. Decide on Monday what it is that you want to do and set out the entire week, Monday to Sunday, what you're going to study every day. Decide what subjects you've got, and you chop and change your subjects. For example, the difficult or the number subjects are maths, your science, your accounting. Those you combine it with your languages, your English, your Afrikaans, your biology, and your history. So you do one subject of mathematics, you combine it with history. Then you do another subject of science, and you combine that with English study. So you must do the opposites, do the contrasts, right? And spend a bit more time on the subjects in which you are weak and allocate a bit more time on it. So break the big tasks into manageable chunks and allocate time for breaks and rest. And this is very, very important, Mensa. Start early and avoid the last minute rush. Please avoid staying awake the night of the exam. That is the worst thing you can do. And the powerful tip, use the Pomodoro technique, which is 25-minute study with a 5-minute break, right? But different people are different. Right, so you don't have to stick to this technique itself with 25-5. You must decide what's good for you. Some study experts suggest you study for 45 minutes and then you take a 5-minute break. Some students like to study for 3 or 4 hours, but those are rare people. Only 5% can do that. But the rest of us, you must have a break, please, because after 1 hour of concentrated study, your brain can no longer concentrate fully. It fools you into thinking that you are progressing, but you're not progressing. So please take that 5-minute break. If you take a break every 25 minutes, it may break up your routine. So for myself personally, I prefer 50 minutes study with a 5-minute break. So I break up my 1 hour into a 50 minutes studying, 5-minute break, and if I need to go to the bathroom quickly, you do some exercises, jump up and down, take a skipping rope, go outside, open the window, take some fresh air, because remember, the brain works optimally if you have exercise, you breathe in deeply, and remember to drink a lot of water, because the brain uses 3 important, powerful things that you need for the brain. And those 3, you'll always remember it, is known as GOW. So if you want your brain to go fast, not GO fast, but GOW, G stands for glucose, that means any sugar you need. O stands for oxygen, that means breathe deeply. And W stands for water or hydration. So please remember, when you're having your break, do some deep breathing exercises for your oxygen, and then you get your blood circulating, do some exercises, take some sugar, something sweet, maybe some dates or some fruit that you're having, or some nuts. Nuts are very good. Almond nuts are very good for the brain. And then have some water, some liquid that you have, whether it's fresh water or some orange juice, and that will put your brain into peak performance. Stay well. All the best for your exams. Remember to create a study schedule. And this brings us to the end of study tip number 23. Stay focused and join me in study tip number 24. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.